Take one. Hello, my name is John Rochford, and today I'd like to talk about 3 things to consider when choosing a dental implant system for your practice. Today I'm going to focus on the 2 main systems that are out there. There's the premium systems and then there's the value systems. Each system has its own advantages and disadvantages. Starting with the premium system, the advantage typically is having a lot more options when it comes to the surgical kit or the implant styles that are within the surgical system. And then you probably also have more options when it comes to restoring the dental implant. The disadvantage of this could be confusion. Having too many options sometimes leads to confusion. The value player systems typically have a nice straightforward implant system that's surgically straightforward and restoratively straightforward. The downside to that could be limited options. The premium systems often have more options on purpose. There typically can be instances where the case doesn't go as straightforward as you thought it would, and then it's nice to know that you have other options. But if you like doing a certain type of case or you kind of know what to expect, a value player system could be a great option for you. Take 2. Hi, my name is John Rochford, and today I'd like to talk about 3 things to consider when choosing a dental implant system for your practice. The first thing to consider, and we often do with making any buying decision, is the price. Well, what's in a price? There's the price of what things cost, and then there's the value. The 2 types of systems that I wanted to focus on today are the premium systems and the value systems within the implant world. What's the difference between a premium implant system and what's the difference between a value implant system is typically the price. But there's advantages and disadvantages to both systems. With a premium system, you typically get a lot of options surgically, a lot of options restoratively. Within a value system, you typically get a nice straightforward implant system surgically and restoratively. The advantage of having a lot of options is exactly that, having options. If something doesn't go as according to plan as you thought it would, you've got some backups or some bailouts that you can rely on. The disadvantage of having a straightforward or a simpler system could be the lack of options if something were to go sideways and you needed to make a change or a course correction. But both systems bring a lot to the table these days. There's not a big differentiation when it comes to the actual implant, but there can be a lot of difference when it comes to the restorative options. So that's something to consider when you're thinking about what to pay for and why. Take 3. The second area to consider when making a decision on which implant system to choose for your practice would be the performance. Is there a difference in performance? A lot of people believe that all implants are the same. So why would you choose one system over the other? Well, there's a lot of things that could go into that decision. One question could be, what's the surgical kit like? Is it an intuitive, straightforward surgical kit to use, or is it too complicated? 2, what about integration times? Does one implant integrate faster than the other? Is there better bone maintenance with one implant system, or is there better tissue response with a certain implant system? Another key factor when making the decision when it comes to performance is maybe talk to a dental lab, get their opinion on which implant systems they like to restore or what they see the most of, if there's one system that has a lot of problems or one system that's the easiest to work with. And then lastly, if you're a specialist, you'd probably want to ask some of your referring doctors, is there a specific system that they like to restore or they like to work with? So once again, performance could mean a lot of things to a lot of people. That's why you probably want to rely on your opinion or your due diligence, maybe ask a dental lab, and then also ask a referring doctor if you're a specialist. Take 11. Another area to consider when selecting a dental implant system would be performance. Well, what do we mean when we say performance? A lot of people think that all implant systems are the same, so why choose one over the other? Well, I think there's a lot of differentiating factors that can go into selecting an implant system when it comes to performance. Like the surgical kit. Is it a straightforward, easy to use surgical kit? Same thing with prosthetics. Are they straightforward? Do I have all the options I need? A great source of information when selecting an implant system would be a dental lab. what systems do they see and what systems do they like to work with? And then if you're a specialist, what about your referring doctors? Ask a few of your referring doctors which systems they've used in the past and which systems they like. All this would help you narrow down the performance of an implant system. Take 16. The last category to consider, take 16. The last category to consider when selecting a dental implant system is prestige. By prestige, I mean, how long has this implant system been around? How long has this company been around? What are they known for? What are their strengths? Have they brought any innovations to the dental implant market in recent years? Are they doing something currently that warrants them a consideration? There's two other areas that I think are also important. Are you willing to stake your reputation on the implant system? And two, if a patient were to ask you, what system do you use and why? Are you comfortable telling them? So, take 23. The last area to consider when selecting an implant system for your practice would be the prestige. By prestige, I mean, how long has this system been around, or how long has this company been in business? What's the company history and what are they known for? Have they brought any innovations to the dental implant market in recent years, or are they currently working on something? And then, are you willing to stake your reputation on this particular system? And lastly, I think what's important is if a patient were to ask you, what system do you use and why? Are you comfortable explaining to them why you chose the system you chose? Take 31. So in conclusion, the three things that I would consider when selecting an implant system for your practice would be the price, the performance, and the prestige. I look forward to hearing your comments and getting your opinions. My contact information is listed below. Thank you and take care. Take 32. So in conclusion, the three things to consider when selecting a dental implant system for your practice would be the price, the performance, and the prestige. I look forward to hearing your comments and getting your opinions. My contact information is listed below. Thanks again. Take care, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.